Conversations with the Killer, the Ted Bundy tapes, is a four-part Netflix original documentary series. It was recommended to me by a friend who said it was good because I really enjoyed the movie Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Vile and Evil. This documentary series is actually directed by the same man, Joe Berlinger. This is an in-depth look at Ted Bundy. Pretty much the tapes that they got from him were him on death row, so they're really intimate stuff. They're able to get really inside the mind of the killer, and there's a really good source of information to the case that you wouldn't normally get. Like the movie Extremely Wicked sort of like sanitizes everything. It's from the girlfriend's perspective, and they kind of combine events together. But watching this documentary series, they use archive footage, really good music. You got the dialogue from the tapes. You've got interviews with people that he's trying to prosecute him, people who arrested him, people who he almost killed. And it's a more in-depth look at the mind of the killer from the inside and also from the outside. So I really liked how the pacing is really good. This entire series is well produced, has a sort of sense of energy to it that's really good. And I really liked how it's quite eye-opening. You get to see like his process, why, his backstory. He gets really intimate with the tape recorder at the end. And there's even some stuff that you wouldn't normally see. It's almost like reading a book on the subject where you get a full-on, a full-on perspective of what. Like there's so many things in this documentary series that I didn't know about. And you'd probably have to read a couple of books on the subject to get that information, but this is an easy way to get into it. Like Ted Bundy worked with a detective while on death row finding other killers. That's pretty interesting. Also, his first attempt at trying to kidnap one woman, but she escaped, and that sort of led to his downfall of sorts. And there's also there's actually two murder trials. They were trying to get him on two different murder trials. So there's a lot of interesting stuff in here, and there's a lot of footage too because he wanted all of his trials, and he did interviews a lot. He tried to use the media to play everyone, and so there's a lot of footage and a lot of insight into the mind of this killer. It's a well-produced documentary series that I recommend. So that's what I feel about the Conversation with the Killer, the Ted Bundy tapes.